Scene opens with dramatic, fast-paced visuals of samurai, arquebuses firing, and a temple in flames. He was the warlord who saw the future in the barrel of a gun, a visionary who almost unified a war-torn Japan. But in a single, fiery night, his ambition, his empire, and his life were all turned to ash. This is the story of Oda Nobunaga, the Demon King, cut to a map of 16th century Japan, fractured into many territories. Imagine Japan in the mid-16th century. It wasn't one country, but a chaotic patchwork of domains ruled by powerful warlords, or daimyo, all fighting for supremacy. This was the Sengoku period, the age of the country at war. Into this chaos stepped a young man from the minor Oda clan of Owari Province. His name was Nobunaga. Show images or animations of Nobunaga, perhaps looking eccentric or determined. In his youth, many dismissed him as the Fool of Owari. He was known for his bizarre clothing and wild behavior, completely ignoring the strict samurai etiquette of the time. But beneath that strange exterior was a mind sharper than any katana. He saw what others didn't, that the old ways of the samurai were dying, and a new era of warfare was dawning. Visuals of Portuguese traders arriving, showing off early firearms. That new era arrived with the Portuguese, who brought with them a game-changing technology, the arquebus, an early matchlock firearm. While other traditionalist samurai scoffed at these noisy, slow-to-load weapons, Nobunaga was obsessed. He didn't just see a new weapon, he saw a revolution. He immediately began buying them up, studying their mechanics, and even started mass-producing them himself. He understood that whoever mastered these Tanegashima, or Seed Island guns, would master Japan. Animated sequence of the Battle of Nagashino, showing Oda's tactics. His genius was put to the ultimate test at the legendary Battle of Nagashino in 1575. He faced the fearsome Takeda clan, famous for having the strongest cavalry in all of Japan. Any other commander would have been terrified. But Nobunaga had a plan. Instead of a traditional samurai charge, he built wooden palisades and organized his ashigaru, his peasant foot soldiers, into ranks. 3 lines of gunmen. As the Takeda cavalry charged, the first line fired, then knelt to reload while the second line fired, then the third. It was a continuous, devastating volley of lead that completely annihilated the invincible Takeda horsemen. Nobunaga had proven that strategy and technology could defeat even the most legendary samurai valor. Montage of Nobunaga's reforms, free markets, new roads, breaking the power of Buddhist monasteries. But Nobunaga's revolution wasn't just on the battlefield. His motto was Tenka Fubu, which meant unify the realm under military rule. He wasn't just conquering, he was building a new Japan. He abolished the old toll booths that choked trade, creating free markets and cities. He built roads, standardized currency, and ruthlessly crushed the powerful militant Buddhist monasteries that had acted like states within a state for centuries. To some, he was a visionary modernizer. To his enemies, he was a merciless tyrant, a demon king who would burn down sacred temples to achieve his goals. Shift to a more tense, ominous tone. Visuals of Honnō-ji Temple, a close-up of Akechi Mitsuhide's face. By 1582, Nobunaga was at the absolute peak of his power. More than half of Japan was under his control. The dream of a unified nation was finally within reach. He was staying at a temple in Kyoto called Honnō-ji, celebrating his victories and planning his next campaign. He was surrounded by only a few dozen bodyguards, feeling completely secure in the heart of his territory. He made a fatal mistake. He had trusted the wrong man. Dramatic reenactment, Akechi's soldiers surrounding the temple at night. In the dead of night, one of his most trusted generals, Akechi Mitsuhide, turned his army around and surrounded the temple. Betrayal. The reasons are still debated by historians to this day. Was it a personal insult? a lust for power, or a desire to restore the old order Nobunaga was destroying. We may never know for sure. Visuals of the temple on fire, Nobunaga fighting, then performing seppuku. Awakened by the sounds of battle, the 47-year-old Nobunaga knew he was trapped. The man who had conquered Japan with firearms was now cornered by swords and spears. With his few attendants, he fought back fiercely, but against thousands of enemy soldiers, it was hopeless. Rather than be captured, Oda Nobunaga, the great unifier, retreated into the burning temple and took his own life. His body was never found, consumed by the flames that ended his reign. Final shots showing the legacy, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, then Tokugawa Ieyasu, and a unified Edo period Japan. In one night, the most powerful man in Japan was gone. But his dream didn't die with him. His work laid the foundation for his successors, Toyotomi Hideyoshi and Tokugawa Ieyasu, who would finally complete the unification he started. Nobunaga's story is a powerful lesson. Even the greatest visionaries can be brought down in an instant, and the future is never guaranteed. He bet everything on a new world, and in the end, was consumed by the old one. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button, subscribe for more epic history, and let us know in the comments which historical figure you want to see next. See you in the next video.